Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out in this beautiful September afternoon. Sadly, summer's winding down, but good things are coming, hopefully, as the end of the summer breaks in this fall. I wanted to start a little earlier today because I have a few things to share with the PD. I don't know if you saw the paper today. We served a search warrant with the DEA Hyder Group in Worcester, State Police detectives, Blackstone Valley Drug Task Force, and the Uxbridge Police and Douglas Police. We served two simultaneous warrants this week, drug dealers in town. I don't know if you remember, I was telling you about we had a house fire on Douglas Street. One of the firefighters found a gun. We ended up shutting the scene down, writing a search warrant. We seized $64,000 in cash, a handgun, and a bunch of drugs. Well, this individual was the subject of another drug investigation that we were involved in. We recovered another $19,000 in cash, 348 grams, I believe, of cocaine, over 3 pounds of marijuana, a AR-15 assault rifle, and another handgun. So it's great police work by the Blackstone Valley Drug Task Force and area departments with our federal partners and our state partners. It's just a really shining example of working together and what we can accomplish getting these illegal narcotics off the street. 3 arrests in total were made on that, and they were held at the Uxbridge Police Headquarters. We've also been very busy with the Central Massachusetts Law Enforcement Council SWAT team. As you know, I oversee the drug task force in the area and SEMLEC SWAT. We assisted in Blackstone, Peter, Sam, Sutton recently, all in the last week. So we've been very busy with our regional partners, as well as your Uxbridge police officers as well here in town. So what I wanted to kind of share with you, if you remember last month, I said I'm rolling out some new initiatives September 1st. I had a team meeting last Friday, and basically because of what happened, transpired at town meeting, we received some added funding at the police department. So I decided that what I was going to do is utilize those funds to kind of promote some of the programs and things that I thought we were lacking. And I keep saying we're short a few police officers. I'd like to see a full-time traffic officer. I wanted to add a command staff member to the department because we lack some supervision. And 20 years ago, believe it or not, we had 5 sergeants, and now we have 4. And I eventually want to fill that lieutenant's position. And also I'd like to see some narcotics work done. So I'd like to see someone designated that that's what they do, just like Detective Pryor's doing the clean side. I wanted to have someone do the drug side as well. So what I decided to do was this. I'm utilizing those funds to backfill shifts with our part-time officers and our full-time officers. So we're going to have a traffic officer out. So we're going to be putting out letters to the troops asking who would like to be our traffic officer, and we're going to take them off their shifts. Let's say 2 people put in for the position. We're going to take them off 2 days a week, and they're going to do strictly traffic, and we're going to show how accidents are going to decrease and how that position would ultimately fund itself, and they'll be competing for that job. So that's going to be their role, is to kind of slow down traffic. So if you have any concerns, neighborhood traffic, you'd like to see things done, please, right on our website, there's a traffic form you can fill out, and we'll get officers in your neighborhood. I know Mr. Susky's going to be real happy with that because we're going to spend a lot of time in his neighborhood slowing down the traffic down there. He's got concerns. The other issue is we're going to be taking... I have 2 supervisors, one of my day sergeants and my evening sergeant, and one of them's going to be doing drug work 2 days a week, and one's going to be helping out the detective bureau 2 days a week, and they're all going to help each other with narcotics and different things. So we're going to make a concerted effort to make a real difference with enforcement, to make sure that Judge Lemire and his group down at the Uxbridge District Court have plenty of people that they can put in their intensive probationary drug court program to get people the help they need, because sometimes it takes enforcement to be that catalyst to get the help that people need. But we're going to try to make a real concerted effort there. And lastly, most of you know Officer P.J. Stasinski. He's the one that cooked for us when we did our 4th of July cookout. Well, he's been promoted to acting sergeant. So he's going to be taking a lot of the patrol responsibilities and duties of the other 2 supervisors who are now going to be doing some undercover work to try to make a difference what's going on here in the Blackstone Valley. So I'm real excited about that, to kind of show the town what we can do. You know, if we have the added bodies. I don't know if you watched the last selectmen's meeting. And you know how I feel about this. I'm not a big fan of it, but you know, recreational marijuana is coming. The medical side of marijuana is coming, and a group came in that wants to build a facility in town, a grow facility, not a dispensary, a grow facility in town. They actually have a piece of property they want to lease and the whole 9 yards. Well, I went yesterday with Sergeant Burke, and we toured their facility with the town manager. Very professional group, security's very tight, and they have what they call community host agreements with communities. So I think that may be one way we look to add personnel to different departments is through that initiative. Not that I'm a big fan of it, and you'll hear me talk about it more, but it's coming. So these are the things that we've been working on besides the day-to-day operations in the department. Things are going very, very well. Very proud of the staff. Like I said, any issues you have, especially traffic related, please contact us and we'll make sure we get those patrols out. I'm hoping to start that in about a week. So letters are going out now requesting letters of interest from the officers, and then we'll make those assignments to try to really slow traffic down. As you know, we had another really bad accident recently, last weekend, a car versus a motorcycle, very serious injuries. And we really want to make sure we get our officers to these areas where we're having some issues to have people kind of obey the rules of the road. So it is the #1 complaint that I receive, I will tell you, on a daily basis, is usually traffic related. That's usually when I get more people upset with me saying, hey, we're not doing enough. But as you know, like right now, I only have a few patrols, right? We have 2 officers, right? 3 officers on the road right now, and they have call volume. So this officer will be specifically, this will be his role. His job is to deal with our traffic related issues and accidents. So I'm looking forward to that. So today, who we have with us is our town clerk, Kelly Dumas. So after we serve you lunch, Kelly is going to come and explain to you some of the things her department does. She does a great job. She was with us last Friday, which is her day off. She came in to do a swearing in of all our new dispatchers, intermittent officers, Sergeant Stasinski, and all those things. So she's a team player. She works very hard for the town. We're very fortunate to have her, and I'm glad she's taking the time again on her day off to come spend with us. I think it's great. It's we've got a great group here in town, and I'm really honored to be working with Kelly and Masha. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to you. You can thank our lovely OLV volunteers. Always
Thank
a pleasure.
you so much, and right back to you. Welcome everybody to our Friday fish luncheon. I'm very pleased to have the students from OLV here again this season. We have a whole new group. We lost a few of our volunteers last year, only to gain 3 new students. So maybe the students could come up just for a second and introduce themselves. I'm so bad with names. I know someone is Melissa because that's my daughter's name. Come on up, Melissa. Come on up, students. We're so pleased to have OLV. I'm really impressed and honored to get to know all of the students. And when I was in 8th grade, I'm not sure I was as civic-minded as some of these students. They're getting a really good, solid education over there, and they have a lot of emotional intelligence as well as academic intelligence. So, tell me your name.
I'm Anna Wilds.
Anna Wilds. Thank you so much for coming and helping us today.
I'm Lelia Bontempo.
Oh, Lelia. 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 That's a beautiful name, Lelia. Thank you for coming. And you're Melissa.
Yeah, I'm Melissa Sabrin.
Oh, very nice to have you. So we're very pleased that OLV has shown an interest in us and that they're teaching the students to be civic-minded, to care for others, and it's always nice to have intergenerational programs, I think. I think it's nice for us to interact with the younger generation, and I think it's nice for the younger generation to interact and get to know us a little bit better. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for helping. We look forward to getting to know you better. Thank you. All right. I'm going to try to follow the chief. He always gives me good leadership skills. So I just wanted to mention, if you haven't picked up our newsletter for September, as we too begin our fall season, we have a lot to offer here. We're partnering with the Uxbridge Free Public Library, and we're offering page turners and a book club, and they'll be meeting on the 12th. So please join us. That's open for everybody, okay? And it's really fun. Open enrollment for Medicare is going to begin soon in October. So we want to make sure that everybody knows that if they have any questions about their Medicare insurance, to come and visit us. Ed Roth will be here, and we'll have various representatives from the insurance companies, from Fallon and from Blue Cross and Blue Shield, to unroll their new plans. And if you have any questions about any changes that may occur to your insurance, now's the time to ask, okay? October 15th through December 7th is open enrollment period. What is that? AARP is another form of insurance. It's a Medicare, either Advantage or standalone Medigap plan that works with Medicare. So now's the time, if your insurance is going up, if you have any questions about any new drugs that you might be taking, to come and bring those questions to us so we can help you get the right plan for next year, okay? It'll begin in January, okay? So, Gail has taken a special course online through the RMV so she can help people one time renew their license online. So come and see us. In some instances, you may have to go directly to the RMV, but if we can help you avoid those long lines, it's something that you can have done here at the Senior Center. We have Medicare Patrol, the SMP, is going to be coming on September 15th. And we have the RSVP of Worcester. They're going to be here on September 22nd. And it's the Fraud Squad Players. For those of you who may have seen them last time, they're really fantastic and they can help you learn to develop coping skills if you get calls that you're concerned about. How to avoid giving out information that you probably may regret if you do give it out. They're really, really great, and they have a great presentation. So we invite you to come on September 22nd. That's a Friday. All right? And the Board of Health has written a grant for Sharps. So if you're diabetic and you use injectable drugs and you've been having trouble getting rid or having to pay a lot of money to get your Sharps disposed of, please come and see me or come and see the Board of Health. They've got some free Sharp containers for you, okay? And that can avoid you having to pay for those. All right? And, as always, we have our meal program, and we want to thank our staff for doing such a good job with our meal program, okay? So I think we're about ready to begin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Someone just brought up something to my attention, a couple of things. One, someone here, they know someone that received a call. My grandson's been arrested. I need you to send $4,000 overseas. It's a scam. Don't do it. Call your grandson. Good excuse to give him a call and say hello. The other is we had a dating scam in town where someone actually cashed in part of their retirement plan and sent $40,000 overseas. Don't do that stuff. And then someone was just saying, hey, are you soliciting right now the police department and fire department? And there are no solicitations that I'm aware of going on right now, so give us a call before you send any money like that to make sure to confirm. You can call Sergeant Morissette or myself, through their association, but we don't want to see you guys scammed at all. So thank you, everyone, for bringing that to my attention so I can get that out there. Thank you, Barry, for being here, Uxbridge Public Access, to get this out to people who can't be with us today. And now, without further ado, I'll introduce you our town clerk, Kelly Dumas.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me here today. I really appreciate the chance to get out and talk to everybody. Today I just want to talk about a few quick things. I'd like to just go over the top 5 reasons that most people come into the town clerk's office. They're the main things, the 5 main reasons that we get visitors throughout the day are for vital records, for our annual town census, dog licenses, for voter registration, and for notary public services. So just to go through each of them kind of quickly, vital records being birth, marriage, and death certificates are all recorded in the town clerk's office, where certified copies you can come in and get certified copies throughout the day or whenever you need them. Once they're there, they will remain there for hopefully all eternity if I have my way and I can protect our records like I want to. Vital records are used for many, many things. We use them for identification. They're a legal form of identification that can be used at the Registry of Motor Vehicles, for Social Security, health insurance. So if you ever have any question about your vital records or where they would be, give our office a call. Chances are that we have them or we can help you get a hold of them. One of the things to remember with vital records is the town that will hold your vital records is the town where the event took place or the town you were residing in when the event took place. Massachusetts has made it a little bit easier to gain access to your records where they incorporate the residence town into, or they allow the residence town to receive a copy, a certified copy of your record that they can issue to you. So even if your child was born in Milford, or you were born in Milford, as long as your parents or you, when your child were born, were residing in Uxbridge, we will have a copy of that record. Same thing with a death record. Marriage is a little bit different. Marriage, your record will always reside where you filed your marriage intentions. It's not necessarily where you got married. So that one is a little bit different. One thing I can tell you is the state of Massachusetts is working on making it a lot easier. They're not quite there yet, but they'd like to open up the ability for any town within the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to have access to other towns' records. So we're working on it. We're not quite there yet. Hopefully over the next year or two, we can get there. They are working on getting everything onto the computer first, so we have access to those records. So the annual town census, and I just want to touch base on quickly, we do this every January. The census is mailed out pre-populated with all your information on it. Every resident, whether you're a resident or a resident and a voter, should verify their information and sign it and get it back to us. The annual town census is used for a couple different reasons. It helps us gather numbers so our police force can be adequately staffed, our fire departments and our schools can have the right number of teachers or firefighters, police officers. We need to know who's in town to do that. The federal census happens only once every 10 years, and there can be a lot of change in 10 years. So we ask that everyone, when you get them, review the information on them, and if you have any questions, again, feel free to stop by or call our office, and we can make sure that it's filled out correctly. We do send it out in January, so I do, it's a little bit early, but I'd like to make sure everybody's aware that right after Christmas, we'll be sending those out again. And the quicker you can get them back to us, the better. Dog licenses. We just recently hired, and I had the great pleasure of swearing in our new animal control officer last Friday at the police station. Dog licenses run on a calendar year basis. So they run from January to December. We need to remember that we need to license our dogs by Mass General Law every year. This ensures that vaccinations are up to date, that if they should get away from you by some chance. We don't all plan that our dogs are going to run away or sneak out an open door or an open gate. Having those licenses helps us get those pets back to you as quick as possible. So we want to remember that their dog licenses are issued the same time as the census, from January to March. And again, you're going to hear me say it over and over again. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. We love talking to everybody in town, and we try to make our office a happy office and hopefully a very helpful office. The fifth reason that most people come into our office, and we seem to have a lot of it lately, and it's a nice reason, is for notary public services. In the town clerk's office, we have a notary public who's there all day long. There are two of us, and we split the day to make sure that somebody tries to be there throughout the day. And we don't charge for these services. So if you have something that you need to get notarized, please feel free to come down to our office. And again, if you need assistance with us, give us a call, and we can either, if you're having trouble getting into the building, we can figure something out that we can help you out with that. Okay? One of there's two things that I didn't put on the list that I want to kind of announce to everybody is at the Board of Selectmen meeting a week ago, they voted to move the location of town meeting. So we're moving the location of town meeting to Valley Chapel, the Church of the Nazarene, where we can fit a lot more people comfortably into one room, temperature controlled. It's easily accessible for a lot of people. So we're hoping that this helps encourage participation in our town meetings. We want to have more people be able to get there and be comfortable and be able to take part. And the more people that vote, the more accurate our votes are going to be. So the second piece to that is the Board of Selectmen also voted to move to electronic voting at town meeting, which does a couple things. It ensures that every vote is a secret ballot, so no one knows your vote besides you. Every person who checks into town meeting will receive a little key fob like this to register your votes. It tells you in the little screen on the corner what you voted and that your vote was received okay. It actually says okay once it's been received. Within 2 minutes, or we can set the time frame that we take the vote, the results will be projected up on a screen for everyone to see. So the speed and the accuracy of the voting will also be much more accurate and expeditious. So we can hopefully move through our articles and our voting a lot quicker. And again, make it easier for more people to attend and to take part in our town meeting. I'd like to say just quickly, I don't want to get into voting a lot today, but I hope that you guys will have me back in the spring so I can help with absentee ballots and give you information on the upcoming election that we'll have in May as well. Anyone have any questions?
I vote in Millville. Do I have to register in Uxbridge?
Are you do you live in Millville?
I used to, but I just moved here.
Then you would want to register to vote here in Uxbridge, and we can help you with that. Yep, you want to just come into Town Hall. Actually, if you flip to the voting section of the pamphlet, you can do it right online as well if you have access to a computer. Then please call the office, we can mail it to you, or you can come in and visit us and say hi. We always enjoy that. And yes.
What can we do to get the town meeting started on time? I sat for an hour and a half the last town meeting. I was ready to leave before it even started.
Well, we hope that this will help.
People can't get here on time. It's posted 7 o'clock. It should start at 7, whether that's 10 people outside or 100 people.
Absolutely. That's actually, it's the moderator's call. He's in charge of the meeting. And, using his judgment on the issues that are before us, and that was why he chose to.
But this is every meeting we have, it's the same way.
We're hoping.
If people know that they're gonna get in an hour late, then they're gonna come an hour late.
Yeah, we can make that recommendation again, that we start on time. I agree, we should, if it's posted for 7, people should be there and understand that if they're not there on time, that they may miss out on the beginning.
That's right.
Any other questions? Thank you again for having me.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge DPW Ben Sherman, who came to have lunch with us today. Hopefully we're going to have him again soon, talk about some of the issues over at the DPW. We're also going to try and reach out to Chief Kessler, because we did get some questions as I was eating about the fire station project, so maybe he can come and update us on the fire station project. I can tell you, being a member of the building committee, the good news is we're well under budget. Bad news is the time frame is way off. The company 5 Star is actually being fined now because of it. So we're doing the best we can to be very fiscally responsible, but to make sure we have a quality product that's going to service this town for many, many, many years. So again, on behalf of the Uxbridge Police Department, I want to thank you all for having us here the first Friday of the month, and I look forward to October. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. It is a pleasure working with the police department. He's brought in some really good speakers, and it's nice when we can get to know our town department heads. So please take advantage of the fact that our dear friend and my colleague Ben is here today. If you have any questions about the roads or anything, he knows the answer. And if he doesn't, he'll find it for you. He's very, very diligent that way. I just wanted to mention and chime in a little bit about voter registration. About the census, and how that impacts the senior center. It's so important for Kelly to understand, and for me as your senior center director to understand how many seniors we have in town, because our formula grant, which funds our food program here, all the grocery bills that we have each month, and our transportation, our medical transportation drivers, Marianne's salary, Sally's salary, Cheryl's salary. When you call up and ask for us to take you to your medical appointments, that's not funded by the town of Uxbridge. So our formula grant is based on how many seniors are in the town of Uxbridge. That's how much money our grant gets funded by. So it's very important for Kelly, and it's also very important for you to make sure that that count is up to date and accurate. So, we all come together and converge. The reason we ask for you to do these things is so that we can better serve you. So thank you for heeding the call, for giving that message, and for getting your census information to Kelly as soon as it arrives, okay? So thank you again, Kelly, for coming out. We look forward to having you back here. There's so much we can learn about the town clerk's office. I, too, am a notary, so we don't charge here either. So if anybody ever needs a notary public service, if you need to have your signature notarized, please, Kelly, if it's a Friday, for example, we're open, and please consider coming here as well. Okay, thank you all. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you next Friday. Bye.